Good evening, good evening. How's everybody doing? We'll give the chat a few minutes to fill up. We're gonna start about 5:30, but figured we'd get it going, get the chat going. How's everybody doing today? It's a great day. Well, actually, it's a snowy day here in New Hampshire again. Been out shoveling. Probably gonna be out shoveling again tonight. How's the weather where you're at? Happy, fluffy white stuff falling from the sky. Yeah. The only there's two type of people that get excited about snow. It's usually skiers and snowmobilers. And well, some of the guys running the snowplows making money as long as they don't have anything break. But how is everybody doing this evening? So far, we got zero viewers, zero views. We'll give it a couple minutes. It is another day in paradise. Living the dream, one post at a time, right? Yeah, we used to say that in skydiving all the time. Living the dream, one jump at a time. I guess on YouTube, you're living the dream, one post at a time. But wow, yeah, what a head wrecker that can be. The video you think is going to be great completely flops, and the one that you're like, oh, I think I could have done better, does the best. But hey, only here on YouTube. It's an exciting ride. So hopefully everybody's doing well. I wonder if YouTube's even putting this one out. What could possibly go wrong, right? Because this one time at Skydive Camp, dootin' dootin' doo doo. Alrighty then, nobody's home. We'll give it a bit. Carrying the Spyderco Sage 5 CF and S30V carbon fiber scales, blacked out pocket clip. Hopefully everybody is doing well. We got one viewer in the chat. Say hello. Or just say hello. You don't have to say it twice. Welcome to the chat, mystery viewer. There's always a few mystery viewers in these lives. Some people are just kicking back, getting some information. Some people are lurking for nefarious reasons. But hey, I guess there's all kinds of viewers out here on YouTube. It's just like, the real world. But hopefully, obscure viewer, you're having an awesome day. We'll get into the Silky saws as soon as the chat gets going. Usually takes YouTube a few minutes to get to put out the notifications that it's live and everything. So hopefully we'll get it going pretty soon. Did anybody watch any of the most recent shorts? We'll see how that goes. Yeah, put out a short this morning. I thought it was going to do great, but I might try to push that short a little bit. So what's everybody carrying today? What's your EDC? What do you what's your preferred EDC? That guy, you're upset. Why is that? Good afternoon from Western Kentucky. Bengals fan, channel member, how you doing? How is Kentucky? Hopefully you're not getting the white fluffy stuff falling out of the sky. It looks white and fluffy until you put it on a shovel, then it's like it's not so light and fluffy. Yeah, I was out shoveling early this morning and enjoying shoveling in like 8-degree weather. Always a pleasure. Oh no, that guy, you lost your knife. What kind of knife did you lose? That's an absolute bummer, man. Oh, yeah, Bengals fans. I'm envious of that. Well, we don't have a spring thaw coming up here for quite a while. I don't even think we're going to get one of those random warm days. It seems. I think for the most part we've been well below 20 degrees for the last month easily. Oh, you lost your pocket knife? Trade Sog. Braddock OTF, love it. Oh, that's the first time I've ever heard of that knife. I think that's the most important part of any EDC knife. You gotta love it. It's got to be your go-to knife. It's gotta It's kind of like some people with their automobiles. I think your EDC knife has to fit your personality to a certain degree. Um, yeah, I think OTFs are not allowed here in New Hampshire, so I've never really bought one. Um, I like them. I think OTFs are pretty cool. Some of the microtechs are like just next level. But yeah, just not my bag of tea. Um, I just kind of I always stick to the KISS method as much as possible. That and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But yeah, that's always a bummer to lose your knife. One of the regulars and channel members in this live, he lost his Leatherman Wave Plus for over a year, and the following year he was up doing some more roof work, and he found his Wave Plus on the roof. Like what did he left it on his roof, and a year later, and it was still in great condition. Just needed a little quick cleanup and. Oh, if it is broke, don't buy another one of that knife. Go upgrade. Yeah, find something a little better. If it failed you once, don't let it fail you twice. Yeah, find out what malfunctioned and find something that's not going to do that again. Unless, of course, it's user error. That does happen. Somebody using their knife as a pry bar and they snap a big chunk of the tip off. Yeah, that's user error. Ground Fog, what's happening, my man? Welcome to the chat. Always a pleasure to see you. I beat you to the live today. To be fair, I didn't set it up very early, like 20 minutes before is when I set up the live, and then you know me, dude. I just started it early. Um, Always carried for work. Yes, user error accounts for a lot of damage. It does. Yeah, user error is responsible for so many things. The vast majority of aircraft crashes and everything like that. Operator error, user error. Same thing with bad parachute landings. Um, you'd be surprised that like 93% of parachute accidents during landing are like operator error. They have nothing to do with the equipment. Equipment failures are extremely rare. It's usually operator error, myself included. Um, yeah, the vast majority of my less than desirable landings were because of yeah, I was just not paying enough attention or goofing off or doing something, and got spanked for that. Um, no, this is a Spyderco Sage 5 CF. It's been discontinued, but it's a banging knife. This was actually gifted to me by a friend, and I've been carrying this legitimately. This is my only folder for like 14 months or so now. Definitely 14 months, and I know there's a lot of people like this is my EDC banger, and it changes daily. But yeah, this is my EDC banger for the last 14 months. Prior to this, I had a Spartan Blades Palace Blackout, and prior to that, a ZT0200, and that roughly covers the last 15 years of EDC folders for me. Yeah, great knife. It's not. I'm left-handed, so but it still functions. I guess that's what you do as a left-handed person. You just adapt to everything. Um, I think the biggest switch over was from yeah, like learning how to operate a right-handed bolt-action rifle. That took a little bit of doing, but hey, I can do it just as fast, if not faster. I can cycle around bolt action just as fast, if not faster, than any right-handed person. Yeah, I'm digging it too. This is actually as well. It's my first Spyderco ever. I've owned other knives. I've owned definitely some Gerbers, some Kershaws. I had an interest in Camellias back in the day. That was a pretty cool little kit. But yeah, as far as Spydercos go, this is my first one as well. So yeah, that's new gear. That's beer. I get a kick out, the Spyderco name, and then it's 110%. That's a tick. Like, I've seen enough ticks in my day to know that that's a tick, not a spider. Um, but yeah, the compression logs are good. I've had great luck with this knife. Very little maintenance. Only had to strop it a few times, and I just use it for real world EDC, not not that YouTube fantasy stuff. Like I'm not gonna cut a frying pan in half with this knife. It would serve no purpose. Thoughts on well beat cheapos for dirty work or adhesive rich environment? I always I don't use a folding knife. I always use a utility knife. I don't count it as a pocket knife or whatever, but like this Milwaukee, um, like I use something like this, and then you don't worry about the blade. Um, yeah, it carries spares in here as well. If I can remember how to, yeah, there we go. So you got a bunch of spare blades in the handle. Um, yeah, yeah, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I don't really, and these are cheapos. I think, man, what are they, like 20 bucks? This one's got a little hook knife in here. I'm a hook knife junkie. I love a hook knife feature. Just, yeah, 27 years of skydiving. I have a special spot for, um, for hook knives. In fact, when I was doing crew canopy relative work, where you're like stacking parachutes and rotating the stack for points and everything. Yeah, I would carry like four, five, six hook knives on me. I'd have like one under each mud flap on the right under the three rings for the on the chest, and then I'd even have one on the sternum strap that goes across the chest, and then I'd have one on each leg loop tucked into the it would make a little pocket in the padding for the leg loop and stick a hook knife on each side because if you get caught up in a wrap and you got parachute lines all around you, you might have like one arm that can't move, you might have very limited movement. So wherever you can, stick a pocket, hook knife, you stick a hook knife. I know guys that carried six, seven, eight of them. They'd have one in each, would put, like, knife pockets on the pants, one on each side. Then they'd have one on each leg loop, one under each three ring, one on the sternum strap. Dude's carrying like seven hook knives. Um, if you do crew long enough, you're gonna get caught in a wrap. It's just one of those things. Like if uh, if you continuously jump out of airplanes, at some point you're gonna break a leg. It's just one of those things. It's gonna happen. And if you haven't had a cutaway yet, do some crew. You'll end up with a cutaway for sure. Somebody will mess something up, but hey, it's a good time if you're into that sort of thing. But yeah, as far as cheapos go, if you're going to be like cutting and heat like tapes and carpet or anything like that, yeah, utility knife is the way to go. That's typically what I rock. Hail Slayer, what's happening? Good evening, good evening. Welcome to the chat. How is life treating you at this point? Hopefully well. We're practicing. Once we get enough channel members, I'm gonna do Saturday night channel members only. So I'm just getting in the habit of doing a live every Saturday night. We currently only have four recurrent channel members, and in order to access the all the memberships features and everything like that, it's kind of like you need 50 subscribers to do a live. You need 10 recurrent channel members to be able to do members only lives and stuff like that. Rat folders used to be 30-ish. No idea what they are now. Yeah, I have no clue either, Ground Fog. Um, but yeah, that's just I don't know. I like the ability to switch out the blade if I'm doing stuff like that. Yeah, for dirty work and stuff, I think that's the utility knife is the way to roll. I'm surprised there's not more people talking about. I don't know. I guess there are videos about them out there, but I guess everybody, most of the people I know are more interested in a super steel style, like a Spyderco or a Benchmade or Spartan blades, Medford knives. TCal just came out with their own folder as well. So yeah, most of the people I know are into stuff like that. Not too many people are looking for budget knives. Sweden EDC, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Good evening. Good evening. We were well, how we doing on the time here? Yeah, we're about there. We were going to get into some silky saws, some random gear conversations. We were just talking about utility knives, budget beaters, I guess you could call. Unfortunately, I don't have any. I just got a Magna Cut Ontario rat today. We were just talking about the rats. How do you like it? How do you like it? How's the if you don't mind us asking, we were kind of asking price range. Do you know what the price range is on the rat knives right now? Yeah, I haven't done it. Well, I can't say I haven't done anything. I haven't gotten out to check anything out today. I was out shoveling snow. Oh, the fastback. Yeah, these things are great, man. I like it. I like the fact that it carries spare blades with it and everything as well. That's an awesome feature. I mean, what's it carry like? Well, I think four or five blades in there. Nice little some ASMR sound effects there. You got to enjoy the snap closure on that, right? Can you guys hear that on your end, or how's my audio? Sometimes it's second rate. Chaos Theory, welcome to the chat, brother man. Long time viewer, channel member, and a personal friend of mine, major contributor to the channel as well. Everybody say welcome, Chaos Theory. How you doing, brother man? How's how's the back going? You're in a constant state of healing right now. He had eye surgery not too long ago, and then pulled a muscle in his back. So yeah, how you feeling today, my man? Hopefully getting some rest. Hopefully you're comfortable. So yeah, oh, Joe Mack, that's a steal. I might have to get one at that price. He's saying $39 to $59 for Magna Cut. Yeah, that sounds like a decent little beater there. It is, yeah, that's great. That's a stellar deal. That's the Ontario Rat, right? Is that price range? And Ryan's saying from 40 to 120 ish. The back's feeling a little bit better. That's good, man. That's good to hear. It always sucks when you hear your friend suffering. And like I said, Chaos Theory, he's been recovering for weeks now. So I've been there myself many times, unfortunately, in life. One of the side effects of skydiving is you are going to injure yourself, and then you're gonna have some downtime. And thanks to those injuries and that downtime, it's how I became the master of Skyrim. Um, I played Skyrim like it was my job for 6 months while waiting for a torn rotator cuff to heal. It was either sit down and do nothing for 6 months or get surgery, and who knows after that. And then the rehab after it, I would have been down for more than yeah, I would have been down for 6 months no matter what. They can say after rotator cuff surgery, it can take like up to a year for it to heal. So by letting it heal naturally and just behaving myself and not doing stupid stuff, yeah, I saved the recovery time from surgery. I've always assumed the little hole in the gomboy is an opening feature. Am I correct? Um, I this one right here, I'm gonna say yes. That's a great. I've always wondered that myself. Like I don't aim for it when I'm opening it. I just kind of like pinch the blade and open it. I've never I've never gone that route. I've never. That's an excellent question. What is the hole there for? Um, yeah, I'm gonna guess it gives you a little pinch texture to open. Maybe if you're wearing gloves or something, it would help. Maybe your gloves catch on to that. That's it. Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to research that. To be honest with you, I don't know what it does. Um, the one I got was 100. I figured that's cheap. Yeah. Yeah, on this economy, everything's getting expensive. In fact, I gotta figure out how to adjust to that. Like there's some stuff I was wanting to get really, really bad. Like I'm like, I gotta try that tool or I gotta own that tool. Um, I gotta adjust to the economy. B&A, what's happening? Pat, how you doing, brother? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How goes it with you, my man? Dude, that video, I was hoping that video was gonna go viral. It's a complete flop. Um, in fact, if anybody has a minute, I put out a short this morning. I highly recommend checking it out. It's something we've talked about many times on this channel, and I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to do a specific short on it because that's just the way I feel about it. Um, I think that if you're going to be doing any type of reviews on YouTube, you gotta have some integrity. You got to be honest about it. Not everything is peaches and cream and rainbows and unicorns. Sometimes you get a piece of gear and that piece of gear just sucks. You'll never get your money back. I got a conscience, so I can't sell it to anybody. But yeah, what I ended up with is a 74.95 trinket, like $74.95 for something that doesn't function as advertised, second rate at best. And I thoroughly believe it's a company capitalizing on its reputation. Like they've had a great reputation for many years. And I think they've, it's brought them to a level of arrogance and in their customer service. And the end of it, that absolutely sucked too. And it has me seeking other brands. Like I'm to the point now, I would rather buy an import knockoff than give the company my money a second time. That Silky is 70 pound in the UK. Is that a good price? Based on today's economy, Dave James, I think so. Yeah, I think these are going for like, ooh, they're up around like 80, $90 US. So yeah, 70 quid. Yeah, that sounds about right. I would think that sounds, it's right in the ballpark of what they're going for here. So Dave James, no meow. Meow 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 Dave. Oh, it's been one of those days, hasn't it? The cold weather's gotten to me. Squat shot, how you doing, Leon? Welcome to the chat, brother. Always a pleasure. How was did you have today off or were you grinding it, brother? Had it out with the family. All right, yeah, B&A, have fun, man. Yeah, heading out with the family. B&A is a role model family man, without a doubt. And I mean that sincerely. He's a family man, and he's definitely a role model for others to follow. New house is in the house. Welcome, welcome, my man. How you doing? Um, it's always a pleasure, brother. Dude, you go live tonight or Sundays or you don't know? I don't know. I have a hard time keeping track of your channel. Meow meow. Of course, the cat this morning. Like I'm coming in from shoveling snow, right? And I open the door and the cat happened to be there. And like just this big gust of cold air hit him. And he just looked at me and then just hissed and walked away. I'm like, what a punk. That was completely uncalled for. Like that cat contributes nothing. It has no shame. It's entitled. Like anytime you're eating, he thinks, "Oh, I'm getting food too." That cat is just. Oh, it's anybody who knows me. That's kind of like my arch enemy. Like Batman has the Joker and Superman has Lex Luthor. Um, well, Bushcraft Rebooted has the cat. The cat is my arch enemy. It hates me. It's antagonistic. Yeah, but oh, great friends with Mrs. Bushcraft. Oh yeah, they hang out together, watch movies, have snacks and stuff. Oh, it's great. It's just grand. I think that cat gets more quality time with the missus than I do. I'm not jealous or anything. I do hate the cat though. Oh, with a passion. That is yeah. Cats are bitches. Yeah, Hail Slayer is spot on with that. Yeah, cats is yeah. Whoever thought of that? Like, at what point did like, hey, let's bring this nasty little critter in the house? Like, whoever had that plan. Like, if I had a time machine, oh, you just use your imagination. That cat lives in your head rent free, dude. He lives in this house rent free. Like, he contributes nothing. I no, the cat doesn't live in my head rent free. It's already living in this house rent free. Doesn't do anything. Like, cats are so pathetic. They want a treat, but they don't do anything for it. At least the dog's like, hey, I'll work a little bit for that. You want me to sit, roll over, lay down? Huh? Yeah. The dog will do all kinds of tricks just for a treat. Cat entitled. Give me my food, human. Yeah, it's just that cat is something special, man. Independent little shit. Play with ears. Yeah, exactly. Um, aren't cats amazing? So, hey, what are you guys rocking for saws when you go out? That was the Egyptians, right? Oh, here's a story that I found really entertaining though. So apparently, when they were digging up ancient Egypt, they found millions, literally millions of mummified cats. There were so many of them, they weren't worth like keeping around as artifacts. They ground them up and used it as fertilizer. There's something wrong with me. I find a lot of joy in that little bit of history. Yeah, they millions of mummified cats ground up and utilized for fertilizer. Absolutely priceless. Like, that's worth cake and ice cream. Um, Marissa trained our cat to sit and stand for treats. Yeah, we must. We've got a special cat. It is absolutely useless on every level. I mean, like I said, Mrs. Bushcraft and the cat, they hang out. They're buddies. They're pals. That cat follows her all over the house. If she goes to the bathroom, the cat will sit at the door, wait for her to come back out, and then just follow her. Like, it's they're just buddies. And oh, I'll go in. I'll go in. They'll be hanging out or something, and the cat will just hiss at me like he knows I'm there to cramp his style. And I'm like, cat, you little punk, don't be sipping on my Kool-Aid. They got like put some space in between the two of you. It's absolutely pathetic. Um, so yeah, when you guys are out there doing the bushcraft camping outdoors extreme stuff, what are you bucking up your wood with? I never use an axe for bucking wood because then you end up with that choppy, messed up end, and then you go to stand it up to split it, and it doesn't go as planned. Look at that! I knew that was going to happen. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get. There's words at the bottom of the screen, like right here ish, and I'm trying to make it so that nothing's. You guys can see it. Unobstructed. Wow, in the Engledy. Maradas, welcome to the chat. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Most cats are and Marissa is just special. Yeah. Oh, we all know if you don't know Marissa's special. There's no proof of her actual existence. I mean, there's a sticker, but I think the sticker might be an accurate portrayal. She could very well be a bot. Saws, Gomboy, Leatherman, and a cheap piece of shit for roots and fatwood wrangling when in good off in the woods. Usually just my Leatherman if I'm doing things, unless the parameters make the Gomboy a need. That's an excellent answer there, Ground Fog. I think that about sums it up. Yeah, you got to have a beater for cutting out that fat wood. Um, and most of the time, processing firewood. Like I said, I've said it before. Like, just find two trees that are close together, and you can wedge the stick in there, up to a certain size, whatever. Depends on how strong you are, and then just snap it, and then advance it and snap it. And that's how I usually do my firewood. If it's bigger than that, yeah, then I'm busting out like the Gomboy 240, or the if I'm really processing wood and I got to know I'm going to do it, I'll carry like a big boy or something. But that's and as far as like building an emergency shelter, you can do it just like you're not going to be building a log cabin. It's like an emergency debris shelter. Like a Gomboy 240 is plenty. Yeah, and if you're building stuff, this is where the Pocket Boy 170 really comes in. Is it's got a straight edge instead of a curve. So if you're making cuts for notches, this will give you a nice flat cut. And then when you knock out that chunk of wood in the middle, then yeah, it's great. The curved blades actually fit into ergodynamics. Like if curved blades are cutting for either above your head or below your waist. So in an arborist climbing situation where you're doing pruning and stuff like that, the curve if you have to reach up, then bam, you're good. It when you're reaching out, the curve kind of like naturally goes with the ergodynamics and aids in cutting. But other than that, it's if you're cutting at waist level, if you're bucking up wood on a sawhorse or something like that, yeah, you can use a straight blade. I mean, she has picked locks on camera. I've never seen it new house. I'm she'll have to do it again. I must have missed that one live for 30 seconds that she was there. Yeah, I would want to see that again. I use a chainsaw if I'm doing lots. Yeah, Dave, you're not kidding, right? Um, yeah, chainsaws the way. If you're doing firewood for the house, yeah, there's no point in a handsaw. Yeah, use a chainsaw, absolutely. Um, yeah, when we do removals and stuff, yeah, we use a climbing saw. Like we used Steel 0200 was the climbing saw of choice. Hand saws are mostly for pruning and stuff. If you're going out, to prune some suburban trees or something, that's where the Silky saws come into play. Or you're pruning some stuff back off away from power lines or data lines connected to houses and everything. I'll use my footer knife for smaller stuff and my trail boss for bigger stuff. But I have been wanting to get a new saw. But definitely no proof full legs. I mean, she has. Um, I use a bill hook for smaller stuff. Right on, Dave. I have an Agawa buck saw and a Silky Gomboy 240 medium teeth. Yeah, Chaos. How do you like those Agawas? Anybody else use the Agawas? I have not gotten into the Agawas yet. Um, Oddly enough, and I'm gonna give Agawa some credit. Their price hasn't changed in the last 3 or 4 years. Like their prices are all the same, which is awesome. Um, Rob's Knives, welcome to the chat. How you doing, my man? It's good to see you. Howdy, howdy, howdy do. We're talking about saws and other stuff. It's always well, I try to have a main topic and then other stuff, which could mean anything. We were talking about utility knives, and yeah, I guess they got the Ontario Rat in Magna Cut, like stellar deals. I guess the Ontario's, roughly, I think we're saying like anywhere from 30 to $100, depending on which version you get. Obviously, it's going to change depending on steel type and scale materials and whatnot. But yeah, I might have to check one of those out for that price range. I gotta check with the missus first. Haven't even tried the Agua saw yet. It's in my, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, just went to the zoo, got 12,000 steps. So that's about five miles there, Rob. That's awesome, man. That's a good little walk. Yeah, 12,000 steps. I think the average is like 2,500 per mile, depending on the length of your gait. Um, but and why is this good to know? Because land nav, you got to know how far you've traveled. So yeah, law of averages. The spine of the Leatherman saws are nice for ferro rods too. Yeah, they are ground fog. Yeah, the spine of Leatherman saws. Camellia's carnivore. Yeah, new house. Next time you're live, man, I'll have to check that one out as well. I might find myself a budget banger or something. Oh, so you weren't just out for a walk; you were out rucking. Um, yeah, that's even better, man. That's awesome. I'd like to. I got to get out and do some rucking. We got yeah, everything's snowed in right now though. Snowed in and frozen. Yeah, it's a beater laying in the backyard. Fuck, I got about 30 steps today. Hail Slayer, well, it's a start, man. Um, it's you got to start somewhere, man. You start with 30, work your way up to 35, then 40, and gotta wait till summer. Oh, it's lost in your backyard somewhere. That's a bummer, man. Lost nice, but as an inspiration, like I said earlier, um, yeah, B&A lost his Leatherman Wave Plus for like a year. And yeah, he went up on the roof to clear out the gutters, and kapow, there it was. He found it, and it was still need a little cleaning up, but it was good to go. So, yeah, you never know. You might get lucky and find it if you lose it. To the ice box and back to command center. Yeah, I've got man, my fridge is only about 3 steps, 4 steps away from the command center as well. Um, so yeah, I'm with you on that one, brother. Yeah. And another great gift from Mrs. Bushcraft was uh, a man cave fridge, just for the sole purpose. Like I like my monster drinks cold. Couple little snacks in there just in case you can't make it all the way to the kitchen for your, for that. Um, yeah, on the edge of your seat live. Like watching Newhouse, waiting for that lock to pop. It's just that moment you're like, come on, I'm hungry, but I'm not going to the fridge until this lock gets opened. And that's how you lose. That's how you lose 5 pounds quick, like a bunny. Um, not lost, just on top of a table under 9 inches. Okay, so you know where it is. That's half the battle, right? My kid used to fetch beers. Now he drinks, so my next dog will be a fetcher. Yeah, aren't the golden retrievers, right? Isn't that the perfect dog for that? Or I've seen that. I think the ultimate dog is the Belgian Malamute. Has anybody? Those things are no, not the Malamute, the Malinois or something like that. They use them like they end up working like tier one, like special forces and Navy SEALs get these dogs. They can jump like 15 feet, like run up walls and open refrigerators, grab your keys. They're outstanding. The only thing I would worry about that dog is if he grabbed a beer, he might, yeah, it might come from the dog with a couple of shotgun holes in it. You'll be shotgunning that brew. Yeah, Newhouse. Yeah, Malamute. Which one is it? I don't know. It's a tongue twister today, though. I don't know what's going on, man. I think I got brain freeze from shoveling this morning. That's what I think it is. Oh yeah, the other one. Have you guys seen the limited edition 40th anniversary Gone Boy Kuro? And instead of the classic clear case, yeah, everybody's familiar with the Silky saw cases, which they're great for storage or if you're gonna like transport it in your pack, but they yeah, they're not functional on your belt or anything like that. Not in those type scenarios. But yeah, so this one came in all black. And then it's got an almost like carbon fiber feeling handle to it. It's got the black oxide finish and everything. It's basically the Gomboy 240 Outback, um, like just next leveled up. And like $10 more. I think the Gomboy 240 has got to be the most like the best size all around. It's not too big, not too little, right in the middle. That old jingle. I think that sums up the Gomboy 240. In fact, I'm gonna get a third one, man. I want to get the medium tooth one as well. What would you suggest for a beefy machete, man? I would, where you live, new house, I would get the Silky Nada. Like those are pretty cool. I haven't really used mine yet, other than like I said, swinging it around the kitchen like a ninja. But you got to get a feel for it, right? I'm a professional reviewer on YouTube. I should be going above and beyond, and that means if I can't get out to chop things with the Silky Nada, I'm gonna swing it around the kitchen like a ninja. So I can tell you, it's got a good swing to it. With a good edge, it's gonna do some stuff. It's gonna be a champ at batoning. There's a lot of people that use it for batoning. Alex Gaming, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Yeah, new house. In fact, you just missed it, man. They had these. Oh yeah, I should show you what the. I haven't even taken the packaging off the sheath because I always get somebody in the comment section. I'll be like, "Oh, dude, that thing looks new. It's never been used," and I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, the packaging is still on it, you idiot." Like, thanks, Captain Obvious, for pointing out what we all noticed. In fact, I've yet to even remove the plastic cover on this. Um, yeah, it's still got the plastic protect the original sticker. But man, these things were on sale for like $58 and change on Scamazon. So yeah, I had to do it. I had to get one. This thing is a beast though. I want to send this to Burkle Cerakote, have them Cerakote it, and ooh, wouldn't that be pretty functional? New house, you don't say. New house earns the Captain Obvious title of the evening. Boy, that thing looks new. Was it to carve a ham? You could carve a ham with this, man. You really could. Um, Malinois are extinct now. You get the mixed. Oh, really? Yeah, they've done that. They've messed up some dogs with the crossbreeding and all that stuff. I know like the AKC is famous for destroying the German Shepherd. Like they had this ideal look for the German Shepherd, and it's that lower hind leg. It's kind of like that I'm getting ready to go posture for German Shepherds. But the AKC decided it would look better if it was lower. And then what you ended up with was a bunch of German Shepherds with hip dysplasia. That's where it comes from. An original, like a more pure blood German Shepherd, they're a lot better off. Oh, I know, new house. I would have done it to you. Absolutely, man. You know that's 100% true. Um, yeah, I would have just. Oh, all right. I'll play that card. Why not? Have you ever used that? Hip dysplasia and heart attack. Yeah, yeah, and that's we can attribute that 110% to the AKC breeding standards. Yeah, what's the other place with Disney? We can blame Disney for a whole mess, like the 101 Dalmatians. Like, whoa, like every backyard breeder wasn't overbreeding and crossbreeding that thing. It was just it kind of like destroyed the dog. And that tends to happen anytime a dog, like the show Magnum PI, those two German Shepherd Doberman Pinschers. Magnum PI made Doberman Pinschers extremely popular because look at what a great a dog it. Like my dog could do that. So everybody got Doberman Pinschers, and not one of them knew how to train them. So yeah, the Doberman Pinschers got overbred, and everybody was clipping the tails and the ears, and yeah, Magnum PI is responsible for that one, the television show. I've heard they're fixing the pug breeding. Yeah, I don't. The pug though that falls under a barking cat. It um any corgi owners out there? Well, we haven't seen them yet today. We got one of the frequent subscribers to the channel, always up in here. Yeah, he's a combat veteran of the U.S. Marine Corps, and yeah, he's one badass dude. And he's rocking a corgi named Mojo. Um, Zoe the cat, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Welcome. See, that's my favorite kind of cat. Unlike the cat that lives here rent free. Like Zoe the cat just kind of comes and goes, doesn't want anything, doesn't demand food. And, yeah, Zoe the cat never comes in here like, who's going to scratch my ass next? We appreciate you, Zoe the cat. How you doing this evening? Barking cat. I'm rolling on the floor. My favorite dog breed is American Rottweilers. What is yours? Oh, my favorite dog breed by far is the German Shepherd. It really is. Um, yeah, just it's my breed of dog. They can handle long hikes and four season weather. So that's important too to have to kind of fit your dog. At this point, I should get a husky. Like this is husky weather here now. Um, am I making? No, I'm not making these saws. No, I bought them. I can make stuff with them, but no, I'm not. These are made by Silky out of Japan. This is pretty much the Silky Outback edition. The well, I should move this one over because that's not. I'm missing one major from this now. Um, yeah, I got to get the Zubot Ultimate. It's a fixed saw, 330 millimeter is my preferred size. I think it ranges from like 230, 240, all the way up to like 390 or something, 390 millimeters. Nice, nice. I like it. Are you offering to scratch me? Well, Zoe the cat, on this economy, anything's possible for the right price. Uh, in fact, yeah, you know what lives rent free in my head? There's a woman out there making $40,000 a month, squeezing lemons with her butt crack, selling squeezed lemonade. She's squeezing lemons with her butt. $40,000 a month. I could, you know how many lemons I could squeeze for that kind of money? That's something I should ask. How many lemons is she squeezing for? Probably not much, but yeah, fair pay and equality. Boo! The jarhead crayon eater's back. Oh, Cannon, your ears must have been ringing, dude. We was just talking about your barking cat, man. How is Mojo doing this evening? Mojo the corgi. That little barking cat. That thing's gonna be legend. Like for years, YouTube will be talking about it. Have you heard of Mojo? Mojo the barking cat. It's a corgi. And do you mean Germans? Say it with your chest. Hide the crayons. Yeah, no kidding, right? Oh, no doubt. Um, yeah, all of us ate a little bit of paste in kindergarten or first grade or something, right? Everybody tried that paste back. At least Gen X did. Canon just moved on to like crayons. It's like going from like baby food to solid food. Like he started on the paste, but then when it was time to give that up, he moved on to crayons. And that's how you make E5 in the Marine Corps. Like you go in the Marine Corps and you're like, dude, I got 13 years of crayon eating. I can do this. He's actually laying on the floor next to me watching me cook. Oh, dude, that would scare me. I'd be afraid to like, you go to get up or something and just one little yip, like whoops, game over. Um, Gen X pasta eater here. Yeah, a lot of Gen Xers in here. We come in here, we have a good time. The only rough part is when there's a lot of Gen Zers in here, they get all butthurt and everything. Like, oh, what are you guys talking about? We're like, suck it up, Buttercup. We haven't got the time for that. Like, we're not here to cry about you. Oh, bratwurst, rice, and veggies. Oh yeah, that, and it's mostly isn't it mostly a vegan too? It's like a vegan ankle biting, barking cat. Like, I don't know. I'm not trusting that thing at all. That sounds good. Yeah, what time is it where everybody's at it? It's like it's kind of dinner time, but I don't know. It's Saturday, and yeah, we're practicing for our members only live, so we're throwing up lives on Saturdays now as well because Well, because we can and it's fun and we enjoy. I enjoy these a lot. They're a lot of fun. I definitely appreciate everybody showing up for them. Yeah, we laugh a little, we learn a little. I think we laugh more than we learn. But hey, life is good. With all the BS going on in the world, what's wrong with a little chuckle? They say not nothing heals a soul better than a good laugh. Um, we're talking about man shit. If you don't like it, get out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's no time for feelings and stuff like that. The old here's a tissue for your issue. Now beat it. Go ask Mommy for a hug. 1711. Oh, gotcha. Kind of like okay. 611 in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, same time. Yeah, Eastern Standard, right on Chaos. It's morning. Came back here at 441. India. Good morning. Wow, all the way from India. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, it's early. We do early morning lives as well. Yeah, we do grown up times, not. I tried doing a live one time at like 10:30, like brunch time, mid morning, man. And I'll tell you, it was nothing but like, um, oh wow, what's the best way to put it? It was like nonstop trolls, and it was like unemployed behavior, like EBT mentality, nonstop. I'm like, wow, no more mid morning lives. I tried that. I've been doing some experimenting, and yeah, we did a mid morning live. It was just, I mean, the moderators would have enjoyed it. They would have been slinging wrenches the whole time. But yeah, I guess that's what I get for doing that. So, yeah, if we do our lives, they're typically like they're early, like between 4 and 5 a.m. Eastern. It's morning. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong, right? EDC, and yeah, we're still doing the Spyderco Sage 5 CF, the Leatherman Wave Plus, the ProTac, yeah, the ProTac 1 AAA. Don't worry, I'll be back next month, Massachusetts. Oh, Massachusetts. Oh, good luck to you, man. They got all kinds of chaos going on there. Like, yeah, Massachusetts. I'm not far from Massachusetts. And please, if you make your way up north to New Hampshire, please drive with courtesy. We're not Boston. And yeah, wow, we're really reaching out. Yeah, we're getting out there. It's yeah, YouTube. I guess sometimes YouTube's puts these things out great. I don't understand the algorithm at all. I've given up. It's like I'll probably understand women before I understand the algorithm, and I've given up trying to understand women. So I should probably apply the same to the algorithm. Social media was designed to speed up the downfall of mankind. Start with no more human contact socializing, and that destroys the kid's self-esteem and communication skill. All done by design. Yeah, I don't doubt that for a second. Everybody should read that. If I had StreamYard or something, I'd pop that comment up for everybody to read. Um, yeah, I got to get StreamYard at some point or one of those streaming things. Yeah, you're totally right. And like they talk about work life balance. Like recreation versus how many hours a week you're working and everything like that. Um, I think that holds like tenfold true for the internet. Like you got to like unplug, get off the pavement, go for a walk, kind of thing. Hello, I want to ask, how does a Leatherman wave plier lock into place and not fold in while in use? I'd appreciate details. Dude, I have no clue. I'm not a Leatherman engineer. How does it lock into place and not fold? I'm sure there's some type of stop or something. Um, yeah, that might be something you want to ask Leatherman directly. Because I'm not that guy. I do aerospace stuff, not this kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm sure there's some type of stop. Like I'm gonna call this one like religion. You just gotta have faith, man. It does what it does because it does it. And we thank Leatherman for doing it. Tops Bob Fieldcraft knife. Have you tried? No, I haven't tried a Tops Bob Fieldcraft knife. No. I moved from New Hampshire to Florida. I stay in Massachusetts. Family guys. That's why India. Pay attention to your kids. Phones are an addiction, and I see it all in the customers' kids. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, it's not just kids either. It's grown-ups doing it too. I've expressed many times when I was given a safety briefing, when you came out to the drop zone to do a tandem skydive, and I was given a safety briefing about how we're going to jump out of a perfectly good airplane and how we're going to do it safely, and I was given directions and how to do so safely, and people are just sitting there with their face in their phone, like scrolling. I'm like, "Did you hear what I just said?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, yeah." It's no, you didn't. Um, so even when there's a potential that like your life could end because you didn't pay attention to the instructions, the addiction is so strong. People just kept looking in their phones. And then I tried to counter it, and I'm like, okay, everybody get their cell phone. Let me see it. And everybody would pull out their cell phone and show it. And I'd be like, okay, well, you have two options. You can lock that in your car, in your glove box or whatever, or you can leave it at the front desk with Manifest, and they will hold on to it for the duration of your time here. And the look that I got, like I have to give up my phone, and the number of people that were like, "Oh, can I bring my phone with me to get a selfie?" I'm like, "You're gonna lose it. Like, I don't think you realize what's going on up there. We're gonna be falling towards the Earth about 120 to 140 miles an hour, depending on how much weight you got. You're not going to be able to hang on to that phone so you can get a selfie. We're going skydiving. You know, we're not sitting down at a sit down restaurant for dinner. Are those Micarta or wood? They're kind of like I want to say Micarta. It's like the cork almost on a Lecky trekking poles. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm doing English today, right? Yeah, Lecky trekking poles. It's similar to like that cork that's on there. It's a very similar feel. It's got a good grip to it. It doesn't really get slippery or anything like that. Yeah, ground fog. It baffles us, and you know, at the end of the day, we would have conversations about it. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna jump out of a perfect airplane. So yeah, so rather than paying attention to the instructions that are gonna save your life, yeah, doom scroll on your phone instead. And it wouldn't bother me if it didn't affect me. But if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing on this skydive, it could cost me my life as well. So it's not one of those like, oh, I can just whatever, kids will be kids, let them do their thing. It's like, no, if they don't pay attention to these instructions and they can't execute them, that could cost me my life. That puts me in extreme danger, as well as any of my instructors. Um, Him say whoop de doped. Uh, it's sad. I ask what their hobbies, and that's what they say to me. Do you fish? No. Do you throw snowballs at cars? No. Dude, I'm 51 years old. I'm not gonna lie. I chucked snowballs at the plow truck driver today. It's in fact the plow truck driver comes runner up to that cat, um, and that's saying a lot actually. Um, yeah, man, I throw snowballs at the plow truck still because as soon as you're done, what happens, right? Anybody that lived in a cold climate where you have to shovel snow, as soon as you're done shoveling the driveway, they come by with the plow and they drop another like 4 or 5 feet of snowbank at the end of your driveway. You now gotta, oh, there goes the next hour of my life. Thank you, Mr. Plow Truck Driver. And you can never find the plow truck drivers. You'll never sit at a bar and everybody's talking about their profession. You'll never hear anybody say, I'm the plow truck driver, because you know he's getting brought around back for more than a whitewash. That dude's going to find his head permanently implanted in one of his snowbanks at the end of my driveway. Um, Dogs are way more smarter than their owner. Barking cat gets a levy. Oh, um, fuck, they're dumb because he learned it from their parents. Uh, yeah, and anybody else got a beef with the snowplow driver? the snow plow truck driver, man, yeah, that's I've been battling that dude since I was knee high to a grasshopper. Yeah, ever since my dad was like, "You're big enough to shovel, like grab a shovel, go out there and move the snow, son." I learned to loathe the plow truck driver. They just truck driver. Yeah, no, they're more than that. Just a truck driver. I know just a truck driver. Yeah, squat shot. He's a truck driver. I know a lot of truck drivers. These are people that set out in the morning to like plow you in for the day. Like they increase the workfold like tenfold. It's just yeah. Add responsibility to them too. Yeah, that's hard to do. Yeah, they all want to sit around on the I don't know. They have like record times on screen time. Like if they're not if their face isn't in the phone, it's a tablet. If it's not the tablet, it's a screen. And yeah, most. I mean, I know people that are like in their 20s and they've never been camping. Way more smarter proved your point, Chaos. Oh, what a Chaos fog. They're dumb because they learned it from their parents. Oh, yeah, I don't have a problem with the truck drivers, man. I'm grateful for the truck drivers. They move the world. Like so many goods and services are transported by truck drivers. I mean, just about everything you buy in a store was brought there by a truck driver. Yeah, truck drivers are extremely important, very useful, and we definitely appreciate them. It's the ones that opt to put a plow on the front of that truck. Those are the people that are evil. You know, I'm sure you could come up with many analogies for that. Like LNAs and CNAs, they're great. They help people out through hard times. They provide personal care on a level that's just like wow, that like super humanitarian. But then you got a couple of them that steal. That's yeah, yeah. I don't know. They slip through the cracks, and somehow some of them like they're there to help people, but they take advantage of the situation and they steal. So yeah, you've got truck drivers that provide a service, a much needed service to like all communities, to all people, and then you've got some that they put a plow on the front of that truck and ruin everybody's day. They know it's going to happen, but they do it anyhow. It's preventable. It is. I think it is. Um, so yeah, anybody got anything exciting going on tonight? Anything new and exciting going on, or same old, same old? Because this one time it's got out of camp. Yeah, just trying to rest your back and get some sleep. Yeah, I understand that chaos. Yeah, man, heal up, brother. We're gonna like that's all. I always feel like when I'm going through an injury and it's like uh like a debilitating injury where it hinders your day to day life. Man, it's so, dude, you feel so vulnerable. It kind of sucks. Yeah, you just, like, oh, I want to go out and run 10 miles, but yeah, the trip to the latrine is about all you got. And that takes about, 45 minutes to an hour to muster up that motivation. So, and yeah, having a nice cup of coffee tonight, chilling out. Figured, yeah, see how the social goes. I was kind of hoping YouTube would get motivated and put out my morning short. Because yeah, I finally did a morning short on that ExoTac Titan lighter. Um, I think I watched a couple other videos that just nonstop praise it, and then one other person did mention the issue with the O-rings, and I'm like, yeah, like it's more than just a little problem. Like when a huge selling point to an item is it's evaporation and waterproof, and it doesn't do either. Like that's your main reason to get it. And yeah, like $75 down the drain. Run 10 miles. What not? No what? Oh yeah. That's well, it's not too strenuous. Um, Not going to be gender biased, but Massachusetts girl truck drivers do charge a lot, and we have kind of poor union here. Yeah, I leave Massachusetts alone. It's its own little cesspool. I've been watching Massachusetts deteriorate most of my life. It wasn't good 30 years ago, and now it's just complete insanity down there. Um, in fact, if I were going to bike through to Florida right now, I'd either go around Massachusetts, or I'd make it so that I made it through Massachusetts in like one run. Like if I got to pedal for 24 hours straight to get through Massachusetts, I would definitely do that. Cesspool, but authorized. Yeah, if I ran 10 miles right now, somebody better be chasing me. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Chaos. Yeah, I gotta get my cardio back going again. Yeah, couple years of figuring out what to do is not physically healthy. But hey, what could possibly go wrong, right? Um, yeah, so it's kind of hard to show. I'll do my best. The difference in tooth size on a saw, right? These are medium teeth, and even Silky makes the saws by standard. Like you want to use a medium teeth on dried out wood, wood that's definitely been around for a while, dried out. If you use a large teeth, the large teeth kind of tend to catch and bind up. The larger teeth on a saw are for greenwood. Like these big teeth here, they're actually for greenwood. This is kind of like a medium that geez, I don't have one because I don't really use it. But yeah, there's an even larger tooth if you're cutting greenwood. But not overly recommended. So yeah, there's a good comparison. Like this on the right is the medium tooth, and like I said, that's more for dried, cured, seasoned wood, and the larger tooth is more for like a greenwood. The Outback series is kind of like a happy medium. You could do both. There is a larger one, but I haven't bought it. Just because I don't really plan on going out pruning any trees in the near future. I was running 10 miles, you would know I'm out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the only way I'm running out of 10 miles is if I'm out of ammo. That's that's priceless, man. Oops, I forgot about the screen thingy. Yeah, nowadays I'm not running unless somebody would shoot at me. Yeah, Cannon, you got like you realize when you're getting older, you only got a limited amount of knees and ankles and stuff left, so you might as well preserve it. There's like some absurd number, like 88 or 89% of people will never run again after the age of 28. Like they'll never get up and like sprint and do something like that. It's a casual walk for the rest of their life. They might step it out a little bit, pick up the pace because they got to get somewhere. But yeah, it's a staggering amount of people that over the age of 28 never like they'll never sprint again. They'll never be like, oh, like I wonder how fast these new sneakers are gonna make me. Sea fish, Windy, you're 1,000% right. Yeah, it's man, I make it a point. I used to do a lot of sprinting. But yeah, for me it's kind of like yeah, 2020 is when it all changed because I would be running around the drop zone for all kinds of different reasons, and I love it. Keeps you healthy, keeps you young. Yeah. And I would do like all out sprints like I'd be out catching tandems. So like if there's a lot of ground wind, tandem parachutes are huge, like anywhere from 330 to like 400 square feet, modern ones at least. So when they land, if like you land into the wind, so that the wind neutralizes the forward speed of a parachute. So like if you're coming in at 14 miles an hour under the parachute, and you've got a headwind at 10, that brings you down to like 4 miles an hour, which is great, makes for a beautiful landing. But then when you land, you've got a 10 mile an hour wind now trying to pull that parachute. So a lot of times you would try to land with a tandem catcher like right in front of you. And when they do, like you hand off the toggles to the tandem catcher, and then they pull the toggles to collapse your parachute. A person's arms aren't long enough to do that. But sometimes, like when it's younger tandem students, especially we go out and help them with landings. Yeah, like they should be landing like right over here, but they're like, going this way. So you're like doing a sprint and trying to turn around and get right in front of them for the landing. So yeah, you would do some outrageous sprints. And the younger the tandem instructor, the further and the faster you had to sprint. I didn't spend over 5 grand on an e-bike to walk. Yeah, I guess, man. That's unfortunately the mentality, and it's 110% true with automobile drivers. Like I didn't spend 100 grand on this here pickup truck to walk to the market or something. Or I know people that like they've got a car, so they'll drive, a quarter mile. They'll drive to the end of the block to the convenience store. It's like, man, you could have walked. It's like not even a quarter mile away. Yeah, I think the automobile is probably like everybody talks about food, and, diet and health and all that. The automobile has got to be the biggest major contributing factor to people being unhealthy. Like there's people that don't even walk anywhere. You drove 5 miles to the store, but you couldn't walk from the back of the parking lot to the store. You drove around the parking lot for another 3 miles to find the spot closest to the door. Like, make it make sense. Um, Haley says hi to everyone and says be gay. The governor from Massachusetts. Oh yeah. We're not promoting that trash in here, my man. Yeah, we know. Yeah, the governor there is messed up. But we don't really care what the governor's saying. Uh, well, most of the people here are in Gen X living in the real world. We've kind of like come to realize that there's plenty of stupid people out there, and somehow they became politicians, and they stole enough elections and enough votes to earn power. And I'm talking about all of them. So yeah, I don't. And the don't forget math is, yeah, math is right. Yeah, the the people running this country are absolute morons. Like Jasmine Crockett, her famous statement there: just because you commit crimes doesn't mean you're a criminal. Like, no, you idiot. That's exactly what it means. If you commit crimes, you are a criminal. Like, what is wrong with this? Like, and these people are running the country. Um, yes, Mr. Congressman or Congresswoman. What's the definition of a woman? Well, that's very complicated. Shut up. It's not complicated. It's simple. Most of us understood this in the first grade. Not very complicated at all. And then we got all these other ones robbing us blind. Like, you could probably not pay taxes anymore if we could cut out tax fraud. And I don't mean by people committing fraud. I mean like the people stealing our money. The yeah. Wow, don't get me going on that. We'll be here all night. Yeah, and I'm actually trying to refrain from it. Because yeah, the channel does not do very well when we go down that road. And it really is more about bushcraft and outdoor stuff, a little bit of adventure and everything like that. Yeah. And the blame potato blame. I miss the blame potato chips. I'm sure potato chips are racist now too, right? Like, that wouldn't surprise me in the least bit. And the don't forget. Yeah, math is racist. Yeah, nowadays I'm not. Yeah, all right. I'm all caught up on the comments. So if I steal $999 and leave out $1, I'm a good citizen. I think it's yeah. That's exactly how it works. Yeah, and then they wonder why like crime is running rampant, and then they don't charge. So instead of saying the crime here is completely outrageous and out of control, and we need to fix it, they just legalize crime and say, look, the crime rates are down. Like, this is yeah. It's a circus. It's a nonstop moronathon. I don't think that any of us are going to make a difference in the near future. Um, yeah, trade dog. Unfortunately, yeah. So unfortunately, we've got just like I always say, there's two types of politicians. Um, The first one becomes a politician because they want to get rich. You know, they start with a negative $65,000 account, or they're some, you know, in debt bartender, and then they become politicians and they're worth tens of millions of dollars within a few years. So that the first type of politician is after the money. They don't care who they screw over. The second type of politician already has money. In fact, typically has enough money they don't have to work the rest of their lives. So they don't become politicians for the money. The second type of politician becomes a politician for the power. Like, you will do as I say, I will rule over you. Look at my achievement. I am all that is, you know, I'm the alpha and the omega, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, two types of politicians. One trying to rip everybody off. And number two, just they already got the money, so they're on a power trip. Like, if you really wanted to fix this country, get a working class man in there that deals with day-to-day life like the rest of us, and have them pass laws and make judgment in favor of the common people, the people that represent the biggest amount of people in the U.S., you know, the working class people, the people that are now working 50, 60 hours a week just to be broke. Oh, yeah, the Dave James, the first one is, yeah, somebody after the money. Like, they have no interest in public office and serving the community. They're just there to line their pockets. They're there to make money. Yeah, they'll complain about capitalism and then sell you a sweatshirt for $85. You know, here's a hoodie for $85. Like, capitalism is evil, but buy this overpriced hoodie because my goofy slogan is on it. Yup. The first knife. Oh, yeah, Dave. Oh, sorry, man. I thought you were talking about. Okay, yeah. This isn't. I guess it's a kind of knife. This is a Silky Nada made by Silky Saws, Silky in Japan, and a Nada is the Japanese version of a hatchet. Really, it's kind of like a hybrid between a machete and a hatchet. I think it's going to be great up here in the Northeast with, you know, the Northwoods and everything. Because a machete is just too light. We don't have that lightweight vegetation. So yeah, this is kind of like a hybrid Japanese hatchet slash machete. And these were on sale for like $58. It's 240 millimeters long. Yeah, it's got like a rubberized grip, but they're normally about $100, and they're on sale for like $58. It's kind of been something I want to try out. So as soon as some of the snow leaves, we'll be testing this. David, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. The government punched me because I had a knife. Yeah, I don't know. You gotta finish your Hypernova, Steve. You gotta finish your sentence. My bill hook's similar, but mine has a hook at the end. Never seen one. Oh, I've seen those. This is similar. It just doesn't. Yeah, it just doesn't have the hook at the end. Well, yeah, similar applications even. Just without the hook. In fact, I think Silky sells a bill hook. The Genki grip puts it apart. But yeah, they have the Outback version. This is a standard version, 240 millimeter. They have an Outback version that has a black oxide finish. Instead of just like this is just a plain satin finish. It's still shiny and nice. But the black oxide protects it. That one's $132. Like 130, or something like that. Yeah, this one was on sale for like 58.46 on Scamazon. I only regret not buying two of them at that price. But this one I'm going to send off to Burkle Cerakote and have it Cerakoted. So the Cerakote it'll grossly outperform the black oxide. And I might get it OD, I think. OD or FDE or something. Bushcraft, I'm unapologetically American and love capitalism. That's okay. I am unapologetically, I'm 100% American. Love the United States. I love all Americans. I'm not a fan of politicians, though. And that's okay. I guess that's kind of my right. Yeah, I favor the United States in every way, shape, and form that I possibly can. I try to support veteran-owned businesses, American-owned businesses. Uh, I'm saying that with Japanese stuff on the table, but I don't mind supporting people that are friends with the United States. It's the people that aren't friends with the United States. Why are we buying their garbage? Yeah, I'm 110% American. My kids are as well, and yeah, proud to be an American. There's no shame in my game. Yeah, Cerakote is amazing stuff. It absolutely is. And Burkle Cerakote does an absolutely amazing job on Cerakoting. Um, I'll just a second, guys. Yeah, here, little shipment I got from Burkle Cerakote. If you haven't seen him, check him out. He also makes like EDC knives now, made in the USA, and he's got great deals on those, like more than reasonable prices. He sent me this just as a little, hey, check this knife out thing, kind of here's some of the work. He even sent it in a little pouch and stuff. The knife isn't great. It's the Cerakote that we were checking out. Yeah, he put a little like We the People on there and everything. Awesome work. Hey you. You can if you got a flicky knife action, you can flip them the knife, right? And so that, um got my work gun Cerakoted, damn nice and durable as yeah. I'm looking forward to like getting more than a few tools Cerakoted. But yeah, here's a little bit, and this was just this is an old beater knife that he had, and like all tradesmen, when he has the opportunity, he likes to try things out, try some new stuff out, and further his skills. And so this knife is nothing grand. It's like something he had in the junk drawer at home, and he decided like I'll clean this up and get a little practice in, and then he sent it to the channel as a gift. So yeah, if you guys he's got a YouTube channel. Like I said, he not only does Cerakote, he does an amazing job at Cerakote. I know a few people that have gone through him to have things Cerakoted. And yeah, and they're personal friends of mine. So if it's trash, they're gonna let me know. And all of them are like, no, it's good stuff. And they use their stuff and it's holding out great. But yeah, Burkle Cerakote. You can check him out here on YouTube. He's got a website as well. But yeah, if there's something special you wanted to have Cerakoted, great place to send it to. You're a citizen with wrong cops. Yeah, Hypernova Steve, what are you talking about? Don't be a bootlicker. Yeah, I hate all politicians equally. There'll be no bootlicking going on here. Yeah, not never, not ever. Yeah, I think it needs way too much reform, and it doesn't matter which side you're talking about. Nothing is 100% absolute. Like it's never 100% of these people or 100% of those people. But yeah, I mutually hate all politicians. Um, I just think they're greedy, narcissistic, self-centered bastards. To be honest with you, they're out for themselves, and I'm sure that every deal they're making with every country lines their pockets further. Um, that's the most beautiful knife I've ever seen. Right on, yeah, David. That is Burkle Cerakote work there. I agree with you. Both sides are the problem. Your people defend you. What do you, I don't know what you're talking about there, Hypernova Steve. Your people defend you. What are you talking about? Like, are you talking about our military? Yeah, all of our veterans, all of our active duty, Yeah, all military, past, present, and future. Yeah, I support them as well. I think most of us join the military with the best of intentions, and we're given the worst of orders. Yeah, it would be nice to see America defend American soil. Like, hell, man, if you want to send the Army or the Marine Corps or whatever down to defend our Mexican border, the U.S. Mexico border, I would join in on that. I think we should secure the border, and enough is enough. Same thing. I'd do patrols along the Canadian border because there's just as many coming through there nowadays. I'm defending myself as a part of our well-armed militia. Well, that is your constitutional right, my man. Yeah, you can. Yeah, self-preservation. Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's your constitutional right. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, hypernova, Steve. You gotta use complete sentences. Yours, Y-O-U-R. You're a citizen with wrong cops. I don't know what you like. That's an incomplete sentence. Like you're not making any sense with anything you say. Yeah, your is Y-O-U-R. Like start, like how am I supposed to take you seriously when you can't even use complete sentences? Yeah, I'm guessing based on you. Yes, Hypernova, Steve. You're kind of coming across like I think you're a troll channel. You joined July 14th of 2024. You've got 2 subscribers. Um, yeah, that new of a channel, and you're coming in here like whatever. Um, who specifies? I know it's hard. Yeah, yeah, I know. Like, yeah, you're not using complete sentences there. Bad things happen sometimes. Yeah, typically bad things happen to stupid people. That's extremely common. Um, yeah. Now, what about National Guard and ICE? Like, are you one of those anti-American? You hate America. You think that there's no such thing as an illegal human on stolen land. It's not stolen. It's conquered. You moron. Yeah, and breaking into our country right off the bat makes you a criminal. Yeah, yeah. There's just because you commit crimes doesn't mean you're a criminal. Yes, it does, moron. And those who commit, and if they're committing multiple crimes, like it usually starts off with breaking into our country illegally. Then they need to make money, so they secure false documents, which is another crime. And then they get a job illegally. If you've ever filled out a W-2, W-4, 1099, any of that stuff, yeah, you have to be able to work in this country legally. And that usually includes, like, at minimum, like you have to be a U.S. citizen or you have to have an applicable work visa. If you don't have that, you're committing another crime and you're working illegally in this country. If you provide false documents, now you're committing another felony. So, yeah, what about the Constitution? It doesn't say anything about, like, we have wide open borders and anybody can come in here and steal from us. In fact, I think that the group of people they just uncovered another one in California, $1.8 billion in stolen money. Once again, it was a Somalian couple. Stolen my bit. We kicked Mexico's butt all the way to Mexico City. They only got that back by Idaho Treaty. Yeah, yeah. So but yeah, wow. Here I go again. Um, yeah, I'm not really a political commentator. I'm not really a political channel. Um, and it's amazing how you get sucked into this with time and time again. But I'm just gonna finish that little portion with you can't fix stupid. I've realized that it's an old saying. It applies. There's a reason for it. You can't fix stupid, and I'm not dealing with stupid people anymore. It's just a level of stupid that, like, I just, yeah, not that interested in. Yeah, yeah, typical troll behavior, man. Yeah. And trolled behavior goes right along with unemployed behavior and EBT behavior as well. Um, yeah, I agree with history and everything like that, but um, I got into trying to defend my political beliefs. And in 2 months, my channel completely crashed. It absolutely crashed, and I've been working my butt off the last few weeks, posting like 4 or 5 times a day, doing lives twice a day sometimes. Yesterday, I did 2 lives, over 5 hours of live chats and stuff. Trying to repair my channel from the political damage that was done, and I in no way, shape, or form set out on YouTube to make a political statement. I have an extensive background in outdoors. Um, I understand a lot of equipment on a level that most people don't, and my goal in doing YouTube was to share that knowledge with people that really want to. I understand to some degree it's gonna cross over with it starts off as prepping or survival, and then it gets into like a militia concept, and then it gets drawn into politics. And what really sucked this channel into the politics was me publicly stating that I support American made products above and beyond anything else. And then it turned into, well, America makes crappy products too. You're right, they do. And when I get a crappy American made product, I call them out on it. Um, yeah, it spiraled into something it wasn't meant to be, and I've been like struggling and working extremely hard to set things back in course. So conquerors, settlers, and builders, yeah. So I've seen it happen to other people, and you don't think it's going to happen to me because I've seen some people get into political commentary, and in 6 months they've got 600,000 subscribers, and their channel's banging. But yeah, once again, that wasn't what I set out on YouTube to do in any way, shape, or form. I'm a gear geek, always have been, always will be. Yeah, well, most people do not understand the reason they can't carry knives is because of our constitutional rights. Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, they don't realize the right and the privilege until it's gone. Or like I realize it. I talk to other countries and they're like, man, it's hard to find a knife. Like, why? Well, it can't have a locking blade. It can't be more than 2 inches. It can't do this. It can't, it's got to be registered with the government. It's a pocket knife, dude. Yeah, people don't realize what they've got until it's gone. Yeah, everything gets pulled into politics. Unfortunately, I'm sorry you had that setback, Bush. Yeah, Shrade Dog. It's man, I appreciate it. I really do. Um, yeah, it is. It's rough, and you've got the I don't know. There's groups of people out there that are just set out to destroy you. Like the other morning, what was it? I think it was Tuesday, Wednesday, or something like that. I did an early morning live, and I'm not kidding you. The first half hour to 45 minutes was nothing but people preaching religion. And I cordially asked them, could you please refrain from making religious comments in here? We're not a religious channel. We're not going down the road of politics or religion. And they just continue to push it down your throat. It's like, okay. And this is why people have a hard time accepting religion, is you try to force feed it to everybody. When you do that, you're just gonna, yeah, I'm not interested. But yeah, they just wouldn't stop half hour, 45 minutes. So, but there is a group of people out there that don't like the way I do things. And because I tell the truth, I tell it how it is, and they don't like it. Um, that's why I live in Alabama. We don't have any major knife restrictions. Yeah, same here in New Hampshire. There's no real major knife restrictions. And most of the time, the cops, the game wardens, they don't care. Like if you're out there with doing a hike or, out hunting or something like that, and you've got a knife, it's like, oh, good job. At least that's one less idiot they have to worry about rescuing, if you've got your safety gear. Yeah, they don't care. You're not running around there swinging it like a ninja. You're not jumping off of rocks like Rambo and stuff. You're just out there doing your thing. They really don't care. New Hampshire's pretty relaxed. I know that like OTFs and switchblades and stuff. I don't even know if they're legal anymore. I don't have an interest in them. They used to be illegal, but not so much anymore. I don't even know. I don't care. I just my EDC is typically for the past 14 months, as far as knives go, has been this Spider Coast Sage 5 CF, right? Um, my Leatherman Wave Plus, and I usually carry. Here, I'll take them out of the sheaths. I'll usually carry one of these two fixed blades as an EDC fixed blade, usually in my pocket around my belt. The interesting part, one of them, like this one looks way bigger, but believe it or not, they're both about a 4-inch cutting edge or so. The Tier 1 Mini and the Calcula. And I've never had anybody say anything to me. Maybe it's because I'm not going around like some tweaker with like Kool-Aid colored hair and a septum ring and looking all goofy and stuff like I'm gonna do somebody some harm or whatever. But yeah. Imagine me, I get called a Microsoft scammer, but I don't my job. We the people. I've been called all kinds of things. Seems every day. It's a new nickname, but a-hole seems to stick. Yeah, same. I've been called just about every name in the book. Yeah, there's a few that stick, but yeah, they don't bother me. I don't let that stuff bother me one bit. In fact, there's a lot of common things like, if you disagree with a certain group of people, they automatically, you're a racist, you're a fascist, you're a bigot, you're a Nazi, you're a transphobe, you're a homophobe, you're Islamophobe, you're anti-Semitic. It's like, no, man, I just asked a question. That's all. All that stuff is just designed to shut people up. Like you can ask the simplest, most forward, most honest question, and they're gonna attack you with like insults and name calling, specifically along the racist bigot route or whatever they deem fit. And it's kind of funny is the people calling everybody fascists are the ones being the fascists. Like they're the ones out there violently rioting, calling it a peaceful protest, and yeah, it's ridiculous. I was a sheriff's deputy years back. Never gave a damn. I'm a big supporter of everyone carrying one. I've been known to compare knives with people on the street. Yeah, yeah. Man, I've had law enforcement. Yeah. I've had them ask me like, "Hey, that's a nice knife. Like, where'd you get it? How sharp is it?" and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll ask them, I don't want to freak them out because, cops nowadays deal with a lot. I'll say, "Hey, if you want to check it out, I'll take it out and hand it to you." And they check them out. Oh, where'd you get that? And I tell them, oh, made in the USA. Green Beret made this bad boy. Yeah, 22-year veteran of the U.S. Army, 18 Delta Special Forces medic. He's a designer and maker of these knives, man. And I know a few of them. They went and picked one up. So yeah, law enforcement. They're usually, I think they can smell a gear geek too. Like they know I'm not out to do anybody any harm. You're just like, there's a dude that likes quality. There's a guy that knows, performance equipment. You're a nationalist, and yeah. What's wrong with supporting your country? Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing, like I said, I've just come to the conclusion that you can't fix stupid, and I don't know what. Maybe it's like MK Ultra 2.0. There's something in the water. There was something in the Fauci ouch years. Who knows? Who knows what it is? But it just ain't right. I for one, I have a very extremely almost non-existent tolerance for anti-American rhetoric. It's a free country. If you don't love it, you're free to leave. And ironically, these a lot of them came here seeking refuge and safety and all this stuff, and then they complain about it. It's sickening. It really is. It's a psyop, and it's doing exactly what it's designed to do. Yeah, Dean is spot on. Dean, welcome to the chat, man. I missed you rolling in. Not too far. Oh, okay, yeah. You just got in here a minute ago. Okay. Yeah, Dean P, how you doing? Welcome to the chat, my man. Always a pleasure. My potassium permanganate came in the mail today. Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, it's always new gear is awesome. New. I don't know why, something exciting about getting something in the mail. Hell yeah, and I love and support my country, the US of A. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm with you 110%. I do everything I can to support this country. Yeah, and like I've changed over the years. I've changed my purchasing habits. I won't get something to fit the bill. I go out, I try to find like an American maker of anything. If I'm looking for anything, that first and foremost, I try to find it made in the USA, and as a huge perk, if it's veteran owned, even better. Yeah, so my first shopping choice is always a veteran owned business, and then yeah, veteran owned USA business, and then a USA business, and then if I go outside of the United States, it's got to be something that we ally with. Um, yeah, yeah, Silky is made in Japan. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but they make great products, and they're not trying to buy up all our land, and yeah, yeah. So I support a lot of companies as long as they support their allies with America. I'm cool with it. Do you have a favorite go-to website for bushcraft tools and accessories? Um, Buds. No, I don't have a favorite site that I go to. I typically go to the maker's website. Like if I'm on the market for like a Phobos knife, I give Eric Hansen a call, but I buy through his website. Um, Same thing. There's another company that makes like hand digging tools, Predator Tools in New Jersey. I go directly to their website. I want to support the person making this stuff. Um, Same thing when I used to buy ExoTac. I would go directly to ExoTac's website. So no, there's no one specific website that I go to. Like I know like a one stop shop, like a military surplus store, that kind of thing. No, I don't. I try to deal direct with the maker. Um, yeah, you can make sparks on the spine of a steel. Yes, you can. Yeah, yeah, silky saws. You can strike a ferro rod with them as well. Yeah, great all around. I do that. I hunt through the internet just to try and find the best items for the best deal. Yeah, that's the way to go, chaos too. Yeah, always try to get a good deal. Like, oh man, I'm so broke. I don't think I buy anything that's not on sale. Um, what about making American knives great again? Good old fashioned American steel. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Make American knives great again. Absolutely. The only one knife I have that isn't American made. It's made by an American company, but it was manufactured in Taiwan, and it was a gift from a friend. Is my Spyderco. Not all Spydercos are made in the U.S., but this is an excellent gift, and I thoroughly appreciate it. The Spyderco Sage 5. But all of my knives, I typically I've got two brands of knives right now for fixed blades. Um, One is Phobos. Oh, actually, we'll take out the predecessor to the knife that I'm currently carrying. Um, yeah, Phobos knives, four operators by operators, or Spartan blades. Um, Interesting fun fact about all of my knives is all of my knives are made by retired career Green Berets. Both the owners of Spartan Blades have over 20 years of service as Green Berets in the Army, and Eric Hansen of Phobos Knives has 22 years as an 18 Delta Special Forces medic. So every one of my knives is from a career veteran, combat veteran. Like these guys are top notch veterans, and 100% of my fixed blades are from these guys. Majority from Phobos knives, and then Spartan blades. Yeah, it's not cheap to make here, guy. Try making a Damascus here. 4 months of um. Yeah, I have no idea what he's talking about. Um, yeah, I think the blades are chromed. Um, Ground fog. Which blades? Yeah, Dave Canterbury showed it on his video. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a bunch of people out there doing the sparkety spark thing with a silky and a ferro rod or something like that. Principal, interest, taxes, insurance. Kogyo Incorporated makes it 80% shipped here. Yeah, rock and char cloth. Yeah. Yeah, there's man, like I don't know. All the fire videos on YouTube and 99.9% of people are rocking a Bic lighter, you know? I think YouTube definitely fed into the fantasy of what's real and what isn't, what's yeah, I don't know. Add to that association fees here, Matt. Yeah, yeah, it's that's why we call it Taxachusetts. Everything is like, and they're taxing you more and more and more, and the entire state of Massachusetts is billions of dollars in debt supporting criminals. Yeah, Massachusetts really needs a complete haul over. For one, I think the federal government should go in and fix it. But yeah, that's why it's called Taxachusetts, and y'all are rude drivers, and that's why you're called massholes. Oh, look, more massholes from Taxachusetts here to run us off the road in New Hampshire. It's been going on for oh wow, probably a couple of centuries. I think since the invention of the car, you know, it was probably prior to. They probably came up in their horse and buggies in the 1800s, like just driving all over the place. And but the funny part is they'll do 110 on the interstate, and then when you get on the secondary and you should be doing 55, they'll do 10 miles an hour with their camera hanging out the window taking pictures of leaves. Um, all hail Maura Haley. I don't even know who Maura Haley is. I could care less. Sounding like some more Massachusetts problems. Well, it's been on there for a while. Um, da-da-da-da. Oh, governor. Yeah, yeah. I know the. I think the mayor of Boston's an implant as well, or something too. I think she's straight from Dragon Country here to destroy the system even more. But that's how we roll with that. Um, so what's man? I need to. It's cracking a can time, guys. We want to take a minute to thank not our sponsor. They don't sponsor our show whatsoever, but they have the tastiest beverages ever. Once you crack into a monster drink, you'll never go back. What's everybody else drinking tonight? We are here. Listen, ASMR. You can hear the deliciousness, can you not? That is next level. Like, oh yeah, here we go. Oh, this was canned in a great year, I can tell you. Oh, the slightly tart but sweet, and oh, the aroma. The aroma is just it's indescribable. Morgan, I just got done having the same thing. Oh, USOB, I want to. Well, Dean, I can tell you, man, you're definitely missing out not having one. I'll never be sponsored by those turd nuggets, but it sure is fun to play. In fact, I was getting paid to do work by GoFast. Anybody? I don't even know if they're still around anymore. I think they got overrun by like Red Bull and Monster and all the other drinks. But yeah, I was on the payroll for GoFast. I was working with Luigi Canny's project, landing the smallest parachute in the world. And so we're getting paid by GoFast, and I'm kicking back Monster drinks like they're wholesale. I could have been drinking all the Go Fast I wanted as well. But yeah, no. There can be only one king, and that king is Monster Energy. Same thing. I was working at Tony Suits in Zephyr Hills, Florida, and we had just we were building wingsuits for Red Bull, and Red Bull comes in all generous. They got a dolly with like 8 or 10 cases of Red Bull on it. And they're like, "Oh, hey, Rigger Tom, where do you want these?" I'm like, "Oh, just put them next to the cutting table." So they drop off like 10 stacks of Red Bulls, man. I just used them as a commodity. I just gave it away to friends or something like that, or hey, man, I'll sell you up. And they were full cases of 24. So yeah, I'm not a fan of Red Bull. I don't know why. Like, I love the company. I love what they do for extreme sports. Um, I've made money from Red Bull, and not selling Red Bull drinks, but like I said, we were at Tony Suits. We were making the wingsuits for Red Bull. So all the wingsuit jumps that you saw, yeah, we made the wingsuits for them. And man, so the wingsuit, right? You've got the arm wings, and then you've got the leg wings that like kind of like 2 feet. It spans between the feet and goes up. The Red Bull logo that goes on the leg wing, that took the embroidery machine 33 hours. 33 hours of an embroidery machine running nonstop. And it was it was like 32 inches wide at the widest point for the logo, but 33 hours of an embroidery machine, and that was just the leg wing. That's not including all the other, like the verticals that went on the arm wing. I don't know about those. That wasn't my department. I did R&D and test jumping. So, but it's always cool. Like if you're a master parachute rigger, anything with a needle and a motor that sews, not a tattoo gun, but a sewing machine is like, how's that work? What's it do? How many colors can that embroidery machine take? How long does it? You know what I mean? Like, you want to know because you got to know. Yeah, but I was talking to the embroidery room girl, and she's like, yeah, 33 hours. And they worked in shifts just in case it stopped or messed up or something. They could fix it right away. Yeah, me being a conservative landowner here in Oregon, we have an everything problem. Yeah, I think there's an everything problem everywhere, buds. Buds 101. As in like buds training, buds, that kind of buds, or I'm not informed about it. I probably wouldn't. My request stands. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, man, you clearly don't understand your First Amendment, right? Yeah, ground fog. If you want to do something, do it. Yeah, I trust you. You make if you see something I don't, and that goes for everybody with a wrench. Yeah, chuck them. I don't. Yeah, no time for nonsense. And if people are doing stuff that's, yeah, absolutely wrong, yeah, do what you got to do, my man. Yeah, ground fog. You've been cleared hot. Serious ground fog. It's a shield still. Yeah, when did they change that? Like, now it changes everything. It changes yeah, the shield changes a lot, man. I kind of miss the wrenches because it's like you can't dodge a ball if you can't dodge a wrench, kind of thing. It was funny, like in the dodgeball sort of way. Like, man, yeah, the moderators we have in this live chat, they're some of the best in the game. And yeah, they're all champion wrench slingers, except for Cannon. Cannon's got some work to do. He's got some learning to do. But dude, he keeps us laughing, and it's absolutely priceless. Yeah, the other day we tried to get him to take out a troll, and yeah, he didn't check his fire or something, and he took out the comments from one of the regulars, and it was like, no, cease fire, that's friendly fire, man. It was absolutely priceless. Oh, it was a hoot. We were having a laugh about it. I love that. Yeah, that's a classic movie. It's a great movie. Yeah, Dodgeball. Yeah, I thoroughly. It's just a barrel of laughs. Just I might that might be something. I'll rewatch that in the near future. And by my movie watching standards, I might rewatch that in the near future. Means it maybe in a year, maybe a year and a half, maybe 3 months. I don't know. But yeah, Dodgeball is definitely worth a rewatch. Um, I have a wrench and a shield. That's what I'm seeing on my end. Yeah. No, you have. No, you don't. Chaos. You have a wrench and you have a star. I mean, you have. No, you don't have a wrench. Wow. You have a shield and a star. The shield is, I guess, the new moderator thing, and the star is for the you're currently a channel member, Chaos. Just somebody got to let you know, but yeah, you're currently a channel member, brother. I think it was I'm 95% sure. I think it B&A Pat gifted like 5 channel memberships, and I'm pretty sure that you're one of the recipients. So yeah. And for those that are new to the channel, it's okay. Chaos just had eye surgery a couple weeks ago, and he's still recovering from eye surgery. He's still a bit on the blind side during the recovery, so it's perfectly okay. So, and in fact, if anybody's reading his comments, sometimes his comments are like, "What is this dude trying to say?" Well, that would be voice to text, which is more vicious than autocorrect. Putting it down. So, yeah, if you read something that Chaos says and it doesn't sound quite right, just ask and we'll clarify. Um, yeah. Dean, you're absolutely right. You typically you get green as a member, but if you're a moderator, like blue overrides green. Um, Holy shit, you still haven't used the knob. No, man, I did too. I did too. You weren't here, and I was swinging it around. I was like, "It's got a nice swing to it. It's like a ninja whip." This is how you take out your camera, right? My phone actually. That would suck. I was getting kind of close there too. Yeah, we were swinging it like ninjas, and we're like, it's got it. We were talking about it. So if you talk about a tool that's kind of using it, it's in conversation. The tool is being used for the conversation, man. Um, Chaos Theory sent happy poop for 10 joules. Right on. Thank you, Chaos, for the happy poop. There's no better poop than a happy poop. Everybody should have a happy poop. And Chaos sent us a happy poop. Thank you for the happy poop, my man. I think he's saying, help, I can't see for spit. The poor guy. Yeah, it is. Sometimes it's, he laughs with us, though. Chaos Theory definitely laughs with us. He's definitely, he's Gen X. Yeah, he laughs a lot with us, though. It's absolutely hysterical sometimes. Some of the stuff that's come through is just like, what? Yeah, poor guy though. He's actually, if you get the opportunity to ever speak to him in person, he's very well spoken. He's an educated man, and he's got a long career. But yeah, that is awesome. Zoe the cat joined as a channel member. Thank you, Zoe. We definitely appreciate that. We now have 5 recurrent channel members, and we need 5. Well, this is what Saturday Night Lives are going to be. They're going to be channel member lives eventually. But like you need 50 subscribers to do a live. You need like 10 channel members to do members only lives, and that's what we're working towards. So yeah, you can't you can't offend the unoffendable. 1966, second year Gen X for me. Right on. Yeah, I think the vast majority of our live chats is Gen X, and it makes it so much more enjoyable. In fact, we can tell when a stereotypical other generation comes through because we're all like, what's your what are you doing? Like they're just not making sense to the rest of us. Or we had one person that was in here. You could tell they were. I made a comment. You didn't respond to it and did the little cryy face and everything. It's like, dude, just repost your. We'll get like there's a lot of people in the live at the time. Like, and because I didn't get to that person's comment right away, they were like, "Oh no, like you didn't pay attention to me. Like, suck it up, Buttercup. Like, what is your major malfunction? Yeah, so narcissistic, so needy. Like it's kind of like the only thing you can tell a person like that is like, all right, I hurt your feelings, so go ahead and get a hug from mommy. Neil McKenzie joined the channel as well. Thank you, Neil McKenzie. Neil McKenzie is a regular around every live chat. Neil McKenzie is a legend in my head, at least. And yeah, he is always everywhere. He always has something positive to contribute to every conversation. He's a well diversified, very experienced man, and it's a pleasure and an honor to have him as a channel member here. Yeah, that's great. We definitely appreciate you, Neil. Zoe the cat, thank you again. And yeah, Neil McKenzie, I'm sure familiar to everybody here. I'm sure, just say I if you've run across Neil McKenzie in more than a few other chats. Yeah, he's like a very extremely active member in a lot of different communities, and like I said, always a positive to have around. Zoe, I'm between jobs. I'm back right on. Thank you, Neil. We definitely appreciate you. Oh, yeah, new house, you're not poor. It's just Melissa won't let you spend the money. Zoe, we still, there's no proof of actual existence. We're not 100% positive that she's even a real thing. I think she's a bot, and based on the current sticker release, it at minimum might not be a bot, but definitely a cyborg, but the percentage could be high. It could be like 99.7% cyborg and 0.3% human. So Gen X myself, gotta be the best Gen. Yeah. Yeah, Gen X, man, we're so lucky. We grew up like in between old school and new technology. Like we spent adequate time outdoors, any weather really. But we like pioneered gaming and stuff. It was predominantly our quarters fueled the gaming world. Yeah, Gen X, we know what it's like to go to the arcade with a $10 bill, and like we could get like 10 times the value of a $10 bill just by trading in that $10 bill for quarters. And those quarters, man, that could be like an entire weekend of fun. And video games were 25 cents at a time. And man, sometimes your three guys would last 30 seconds. You're like, wow, I got to find another game. And other times, like one quarter would last you 3 hours of, like running through a Pac-Man maze or jumping over barrels and stuff with Donkey Kong or diddly bopping around, bouncing up and down with Q*bert. Yeah, Frogger, Galaga, man. Oh, the Space Invaders. Asteroids was one of my favorite simple, like it's like the graphics on Asteroids. Anybody remember that one? The original graphics. You were like just this little triangle that went around shooting little squares. That little like rough shaped asteroids that would break apart, and you had to shoot them again and again and again. It was like so simple in design, but so much fun. And yeah, man, you had like the throttle and the afterburners and yeah. Yeah, so I've always been a bit of a gamer, but always a controlled gamer. Probably in my adult life, like 90% of my gaming I've ever done was during like an injured series or so. Yes, Pitfall. I remember Pitfall. That is an awesome. Yeah, Pong, the original. Yeah, you were like two bars that was it, and it was usually a rotary controller, right? Like I still got the hand motion. That there is muscle memory. You can't make that up. Yeah, wow. We're having a show tonight, but yeah, two lines and a square ball bouncing around. Bing, 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 bing. Right? Then Donkey Kong on the Atari. Yeah, yeah. Dragonlance, absolutely. Yeah, and Pac-Man. But man, then they started doing the video games what they did to candy bars, right? Like Pac-Man became like Mrs. Pac-Man. We're like, oh, cool, Pac-Man needs a date too. Like nothing wrong with that. And then they brought in like Baby Pac-Man or Pac-Man Jr. and stuff, or Pac-Man the Next Evolution, or it was just, yeah. I miss my SRA-26 in the milk crate full of games. Yeah. Oh yeah, Tron, man, Tron is legend, and the original movie is the original movie. I don't. Did anybody watch the latest Tron? I was disappointed. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about this one. Like, the second one was okay. Like, it was cool to have a movie come out that long afterwards. You know, like, yeah, Tron was awesome. Tron was like cutting edge, state of the art. Um, Dude, I think it changed throwing frisbee forever for people. Like if you were a Tron fan and you went out throwing a frisbee afterwards, you're like, oh yeah, yeah, I'm Tron. I love the Dungeons and Dragons video games. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Dungeons and Dragons video games were epic. Yeah, and that was when you had to go around getting different keys and stuff like that. Tell me why games went downhill after 2017ish. New house micro purchases, micro purchasing. That's why games went down, and also they stopped giving you the media. That's when they were getting everybody to download. So yeah, it used to be like you remember you'd work in a game and level up, and Contra, right? Contra's a good example. You level up and you get a fancy new blaster, and then I worked hard, and then I get the triple shot blaster with the frag grenade. And then you work hard, but now it's like micro purchases. Like they try to sell you all that stuff. Like stuff you used to earn as a level up in a game now became like a micro purchase. And then also browser games, they changed the face of gaming. They're the ones that really capitalize on micro purchasing. And what started off as 59-cent packages so you could get 1,000 stone or 1,000 iron or something because you started on the map later than everybody else, turned into like now you could like buy your level ups. Yeah, what started off as like a 59-cent or a 99-cent package became like $500. I was playing a game, a browser game, and I was doing it 100% free for the fun of it. And the cult leader that we had, the alliance leader, whatever you want to call him, the dude apparently in like roughly a month or so racked up $12,000 on his credit cards playing this game. And then all of a sudden, we didn't know this. He was just like super powered, for the map we were playing. And then we didn't see him for like a week or two. He was barely in the game at all. And we're like, dude, where you been? Like, we had this going on, that going on. And he's like, oh, I've been working overtime. My old lady's upset with me. She's gonna throw me out because I racked up $12,000 on the credit card playing this game. So he worked at Amazon for like $18 an hour, and he racked up like $12,000 in gaming fees. I remember the text-based games. Yeah, yep. I just mean the storylines suck and they're more focused on being futuristic BS than based in reality. Yeah, Newhouse. And there's some gaming companies out there that are just completely woke. Yeah, the storylines are trash. I bought a couple of games that were just horrible, and yeah, Dave James, meow 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 meow. The cat's still living here rent free, man. It's horrible. We got to work past this. It's I don't know what to do about it. What's the best EDC knife and why is the Benchmade 9 4 and oh dude, what's the best EDC knife? There is no answer to that. It's an individual thing based on personal preferences, budget, interest, frequency of use, and all that. Any YouTuber that jumps on here and says, this is the best EDC knife is just blowing smoke up your arse. Because what works for me might not work for you, and what works for you might not work for me. So that's the honest answer, the honest, no BS, no affiliate links. Click on this link to buy this knife so I get 8%. None of that crap. Yeah, the best EDC knife is whatever fits your needs and your budget. Yeah, the best knife is the one you like. Absolutely. So in a more philosophical version of what's the best EDC knife, it's the knife that you find you can rely on, gives you confidence. You have confidence in the knife. Like you can put it to task and it's not going to fail. It's the one that you like putting in your front left pocket every single day. It's the knife that has you only looking at that knife and not looking at other knives. Oh, look at that knife. It's got an hourglass figure. Oh, look at that knife. It's very sleek. Like whatever wets your whistle, whatever your favorite knife is. To some people, knives have very little value. It's less than a tool. and they'll pick up some pocket trash from Wally World, and that's adequate. That's the best EDC knife for them. There are other people that, like, anything under 4 figures isn't going in my pocket, dude, and everybody in between. The best knife is a knife you can steal without getting caught. Zoe, that might be a legitimate answer too. It's the best knife you can steal without getting caught. It was free of charge, man, and based on Dungeons and Dragons, being a thief is an occupation. So it might even be one of the oldest occupations. Been looking into getting a Spyderco Pacific salt because I do a lot of saltwater fishing. Well, that would be a great knife for it. Yeah, that would be an absolutely great knife for it if you're doing a lot of saltwater fishing. In fact, yeah, I'd throw it in my fishing tackle box. That's what I would do with one of those. If I bought a knife specifically for saltwater fishing. In fact, that's why a lot of my knives are like PVD or DLC coated, is because I spent a lot of time around the ocean, just because I was on islands and stuff. And yeah, I wanted the extra corrosion resistance and everything. So, okay, you had me until you said left pocket. Oh, new house. That's because I'm left-handed, man. You haven't noticed that yet? Way to go, Captain Obvious. Not only do I always use my left hand, but I always say I'm left-handed. So it makes it really odd suggesting knives for some people, because some stuff isn't made for left-handed people. Like I absolutely, where's my Leatherman Surge, man? Oh no, that's it. Or no, it's the wave that doesn't do it. That's right. Yeah, it's this. Okay, one of the perks over a surge is ambidextrous, right? See how they've cut these on both sides, right? It's ambidextrous. So if I wanted to, I could flip my tools around and I can still operate it left-handed, or the other tools I can operate right-handed, right? Which is an awesome feature. Now, the Wave Plus is supposed to be in the family of these knives, but the problem with the Wave Plus is it's right-handed only. Right? See, here's your right-handed sides, but left-handed. See how this is cut low, like on the left side of the Surge, and on the right-hand side of the Wave, it's you might get it, but it's really not cut that way. See the difference? How this was much higher. There's not enough. If they cut this right here the same as this, that would be great. So the Wave Plus, I like it. It's lighter. It's more compact, but it's not lefty friendly. It really isn't. You got to switch to your right hand to operate it. Whereas the Surge, look lefty. I mean, I could reverse the tools if I wanted to. I could put the blade versus the scissors. But yeah. See, that's the problem, Newhouse. You were too busy hacking on me about my gently used nada instead of paying attention to lefty. Righty. Time to break out the Dremel. Yeah, fixed blades are made for everyone. As it's the sheaths that aren't. Yeah, in fact, there's many knives I haven't bought because of the sheaths. Like if it Dave Chains, I like my Spyderco salt. That's in my pocket every day. Did I just type that? Yeah, Dave, you did. You typed it. You absolutely did, and we appreciate your contribution, man. I'm glad you like it. But yeah, Newhouse was too busy like mocking me, like, you haven't used the nada yet, you poser. To notice I'm like left-handed. I'm somewhat ambidextrous, to be honest. It hasn't always been that way. I've kind of like just worked towards it. Kapow. I'm sorry, it was a bit too far. Oh, did I miss something or something? No. The best knife is a knife. Oh, yeah, we got that one. Yeah, I love my 940. Yeah, that's the thing. I think that's the ultimate thing. If you put aside like YouTube politics and, my knife's bigger than your knife and all that stuff, ultimately it all boils down to personal preference. Like I can show you what I like, and whatever. If you like it, you do. If you don't, you don't. I like looking at knives because looking at knives is free. I've been looking at knives since like QVC. You know, like when remember QVC was the only place you can go at like 2 a.m. and they would show you a whole bunch of trash knives. And the only other place you could find those knives was at a table at a flea market. Um, and yeah, like I always wondered who actually bought this whole like they're selling 150 knives for like four easy installments of 29.99. Who's buying it? And then you go to a flea market and you're like, that's who's buying it. I just mystery solved. But those were great. Those were great, man. QVC, man, it entertained me so much. Like the best part was is they would have this like knife layout, like you get 10 of these and 10 of these, and we're gonna give you 25 of these with the keychains. And then, so you're getting like 100 different knives. And then at the end of it, they're always like the best line ever. But wait, there's more. You're getting this handcrafted, personally molded, whatever. I don't know, Wakasaki, or like we're gonna include this extra long Tonto, or the dragon head samurai sword. Like yeah, that was great, and I thoroughly enjoy even watching like YouTube videos. Like there's 110%. I'm never gonna buy that knife, but I watch the video from start to end. Just like, well, that's a pretty cool knife. It's not my style, but it's pretty cool. There's very few. Like I'm even talking about like straight up Chinesium knives. Um, Dude can be on there showing like 100 different Chinesium knives, and I'm like, oh, that's great, that's great. Oh yeah, I don't know about that. That one's good. That one's good. Um, yeah, I'm sorry, it was a bit too far. I just forget to take your left-handedness into account. Yeah, no worries, Newhouse. Yeah, that shiny unused Nada's definitely distracting you. I'll take full blame on that. Total accountability. That's entirely my fault for putting that shiny Nada in front of you. um, Leon Kennedy, what size teeth do you go with on your big boy saw? Medium, large, extra small? Leon, it depends on the use. It's the right tool for the right job kind of thing. If it's greenwood, yeah, extra large, extra large. If it's seasoned drywood, then yeah, like medium, medium large. And if it's a crafty product, if it's we're trying to make some custom bushcraft in the woods bling, then yeah, like a fine tooth or small tooth saw for that cleaner cut. Um, or like yeah, if you're pruning somebody's real expensive shrubs, imported shrubs or something, yeah, then you're gonna use a fine tooth as well. Um, so yeah, it really depends on the job. Am I cutting firewood? The medium tooth is the ideal for like seasoned cured wood. Yeah. So there's not one tooth size to fit them all. I mean, you can go with a medium, and be like, oh, I can, it'll play up a little, it'll play down a little, but um, and I think that's where YouTube went with a lot of. I mean, not YouTube, Silky. I'm buying you a Chinesium knife and sending it to you for fun. Hey, I'm not above a gift, man, and I never disrespect anybody's gift. How I spend my money and how you spend your money is different. But I'm old enough and I've worked hard enough in my life to know that everybody, well, just about everybody works hard for their money. And if you did put in all that work to make your money and you choose to spend it on me, then I have nothing to say about it. I'm appreciative of it. And you wouldn't be the first person to send me a Chinesium knife or gift me one. Um, yeah, my ex-wife bought me a whole like bunch of Chinese knives. They were those. Oh, what's that company, man? Like you order, like they're gonna send you a knife every month. You order the first one, and they give you that big display cabinet that fits 12. So once you've got one in there, you kind of like you're obligated, and you follow through with the other 11. Because who wants a partially filled, partially empty case? Um, yeah, so I've had that as well. It's also a major contributing factor as to why she's my ex-wife. Like, but you misunderstood. I'm buying you the cheapest crap I can find, just so I can watch you tear it open. Um, Yeah, new house. I don't do unboxing videos. You know that, right? I would do one just for you though. And now that I know that, yeah, I would yeah, there would be a no holds barred. I would go full Gen X on you. I would do my best to like make you cry. And then Marissa Bot can come over with a box of tissues for you. I seem to impulse buy for a quality shiny new knife. Yeah, buds, don't impulse buy. Compulsive buying is bad. Here's what I do. If I'm out and about and I'm thinking about buying something stupid, like whatever it is, doesn't matter. It could be a knife, it could be a television, it could be some goofy socks. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. If I'm like, oh, I like that, I should buy it. I don't buy it that day. I lock it in my memory and I go home. And if I think enough about it over the next few days that like, well, I really want to have that, like that, I could, it's useful, whatever reason, I'll go back and get it. But 99% of the time, within a few days, you will have completely forgotten about whatever that knickknack is, and you'll save some money and do yourself some justice along the way. Which knife is the best in all of your collection? Oh, Trey, I don't know. I don't have a best knife in all of my collection. I've all my knives are good quality, and I've got a bunch of different favorites for a lot of reasons. Yeah, this knife here, for example, this is the Phobos Knives Calcula in CPM S35 VN steel. It's got red G10 liners with carbon fiber scales. But what makes this one of my favorites is Eric Hansen is the owner of Phobos Knives. I've been a customer of Phobos Knives for a while now, and this was his EDC knife. So the guy that designed and made this knife and everything, this was his EDC knife, and he sent it to me as a gift. So I've got knives like that. I got coffee or something on this knife. Gonna clean that one. Bark River Knives has had its problems over the last few years. I like them, but you got to be cautious, depending on what it is. I guess, yeah, they've had some change of hands there as far as like talent, and some of the newer talent. They've had some problems, like problems with their convex grind, some other different issues. But overall, yeah, I don't mind Bark River Knives, but it's not something I would run out and buy right away. Is Eric Hansen related to Chris Hansen? No, I don't think so. Not at all. I won't cry. I'm going to sit here laughing. Oh, it'll be priceless, Newhouse. I'm sure we'll come up with something. And good times are had by all. So, where are we at? Yeah, we got a few more minutes in us. But if I were to pick the most well-rounded, like the pick one and run concept, it would be my Phobos Knives Tier One BC. It's about 11 and a quarter inches overall. It's a full tang Magna Cut, 5-inch cutting edge. So everybody 4 to 6 inches. The prime zone to be in. So 5 inches right in the middle, not too short, not too long, right in the middle. It also has a bow drill divot that goes all the way through to the tang, because a lot of the knife makers will just put the divot in the scale, and what happens is if you're actually doing a friction fire, the spindle just cooks through your scale and it kind of floats around and it's a mess. This actually goes through to the Magna Cut, the full tang Magna Cut. So as long as the diameter of your spindle is slightly smaller than here, you can make friction fires without wrecking your scales and your knife. It is on both sides as well, not just one. It's definitely full tang. The tang sticks out the bottom here, makes a nice little you could call it less than lethal coconut density tester, right? Because you never know when you're gonna have to test the density of a coconut. It's also got this bomb ferrocium rod notch here. So your ferrocium rod sits in here. So normally when you put your ferrocium rod on, you've got very minimal contact, right? Like on just a standard 90-degree spine, there's very minimal contact, but the notch grossly increases that contact area. and this thing throws sparks like a fire breathing Dungeons and Dragons dragon. Yeah. So nice feature, something simple. And yeah, that's the Phobos Tier 1 BC in Magna Cut. This is probably my pick one and run. I wouldn't say my favorite. It's definitely it's my favorite field knife. I could say that. Maybe not my favorite overall. I've got a custom knife by them as well. So let's see you make a bow drill kit, Bushcraft boy. I Ben, you know me better than that. Why would I do that when I just use my Bic lighter? Um, yeah, but I can't use my Titan light because that trash never worked as advertised, and they only send you two O-rings, and those get caught up in the threads and split. Did anybody watch that short today? I put out that short with about this pocket trash. 74.95 for a lighter that doesn't work as advertised. See, the major problem with it, you guys should watch my short anyhow. There's supposed to be an O-ring right here, but the problem is when you're taking the cap off, the cap pulls the O-ring into the threads and then cuts the O-ring. So one of the major selling features to this over a Zippo per se is that it's waterproof and it stops evaporation, because everybody, you can fill a Zippo, put it out, and then a couple weeks later you go to use it and you're like, I haven't used it since I filled it. It's because all the fluid evaporated out. Well, this was supposed to fix that. The problem is it doesn't work as advertised. Yeah, I filled it and it should still be lighting, but it doesn't, because but for $74.95, I used to like ExoTac products. I'm not sure if I'm giving them a second chance, because the customer service in this scenario was like less than it was horrid. It was absolutely like, pretty much the abridged version is we got your money, it's your problem. Have a nice life. They didn't want to, aside from the fact, like we joke about the color, like ExoTac makes good quality, but their anodizing leaves a little bit to be desired. Because here's a good example of some of their stuff that's OD. This is OD, right? Respectively, this is OD. Like, get out of here. Like, you're what is Chaos Theory doing the quality control? I'm just kidding, Chaos, because he has vision issues. But anyhow, you guys get what I'm saying. So aside from the aesthetics, like, you can get past that. You're like, all right, well, if it still functions, but it doesn't. It doesn't function the way it's supposed to. So it defeats the purpose of $74.95 when you can get a 99-cent lighter to outdo it. I say some ugly Teflon tape, and at least you would be able to use it. Yeah, new house, that's the whole thing, but I shouldn't be, yeah, for that kind of money, it should work as advertised. And yeah, when you're to the point like a Bic lighter is more dependable than a $75 lighter, then what's the point, right? But definitely overpriced for something that doesn't fucking work. Yeah, that's the bottom line there, Newhouse. Definitely overpriced for something that doesn't work. And as if, so you start off with an aesthetic problem. The quality control on the coloring sucked. Then you get into a functional problem. Okay, doesn't work as advertised. It's advertised as waterproof and evaporation proof, so your fuel is always in there. And as soon as that O-ring gets busted by the design, that doesn't work anymore either. So there's two strikes. And the third strike is when you call them up and try to work out a thing, and you specifically tell them, like, look, I'm doing a YouTube channel, and yeah, I'd like to give you the opportunity to set this right, so we can move forward on good terms. Their attitude is like, go pump sand. So it's like, all right, man, I have no problems telling the truth. In fact, the truth shall set you free. And that is one of the perks to not taking freebies from companies, buying your own equipment on YouTube, is when you I think, well, I know for a fact that, like, they pad stuff. Like, a lot of companies are going to send their premium product. It's going to go through quality control 4 times over. They were scamming people. Remember all those Amazon return pallets and everything? Well, when a YouTuber would order a pallet and be like, hey, I'm a YouTuber, and it would get, like, all the good fancy stuff. And then when some other random person ordered it, they got the junk. Like, oh, I just got a whole pallet full of nothing. So I think there's a lot of that going on. So a major perk is like when I buy stuff, I buy stuff direct. I don't tell them I have a YouTube channel because then they're like, oh, you entitled prick, you want something for free? Nope. I want the truth and nothing but the truth. And any company that I deal with, I even did it like Blackout Coffee. Um, after I became like an ambassador, I had a couple people order coffee, and hey, wow, how was your customer service? We ordered coffee discreetly. We didn't call up or do anything like that. And yeah, the customer service is great. Like Blackout Coffee is a stand-up company. Um, I had an issue with a Right in the Rain product. Not worth talking about it because I called them up and said, hey, this is not right. Like this slipped through quality control. And of course, in modern society, there's a lot of like corrupt people out there. So they're like, would you mind sending us a couple of pictures? Absolutely. I sent them a couple pictures, and they called me up and they said, could we get a shipping address? We're going to send you another one. And I'm like, well, what do you like? What's the address I can send you back this? They're like, don't worry about it. Yeah, we're not going to resell it. You can dispose of it. You can do whatever you want with it. You can use the parts out of it. You can do whatever. But we're going to go ahead and send you another one. And there was, okay, so yeah, I will not hesitate to buy another Right in the Rain product because people are people. They are going to make mistakes. That's not the issue. The issue is how are you going to take care of that mistake? Um, Three strikes and it still won't light. Oh, Dave, yeah, I get that, man. Yeah, but definitely. I just got a Demco Magna Cut free reign a few months ago. Seems like a tough one, but I haven't used it yet. Yeah, buds, you gotta put it through the grinder to find out. You got to do like an initial field testing on everything. Like when you most things at least, when you get it, yeah, give it a run. I think they sent you ferrocium instead of for ferrocium. Yeah, Ben, it's possible, and that's why I like Grafton. Every men pens. They have great cut. Yeah, yeah, that's something that's getting lost year by year is quality customer service. It's getting more difficult to find, but when you find it, oh man, I make sure to shop like Predator tools. Like if you love a classic mom and pop shop and you have a need for a digging tool, like Predator Tools is just absolutely pleasant to like they're the real deal. You're gonna call up, you're either gonna talk to the owner, George Leshy, or you're gonna talk to his wife, Pam. Like I've only had one phone conversation with them, and this is how good it was. Is a year later or so, I still got their names down. They're worth remembering, and yeah, they deliver quality products. Yeah, most customer services we do don't make junk, and we don't make mistakes, and we don't speak English. Yeah, Zoe, no kidding, right? And sure, that's why. Yeah. But hey, guys, we've been at this one for like 2.5 hours. I think it's we're gonna wrap this one up. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. It is always a pleasure. And thank you to our new channel members, Zoe the Cat and Neil McKenzie. We definitely appreciate you becoming members, and we'll do our best to give you guys the best information we can. But yeah, thank you for becoming channel members. Thanks to all our moderators for keeping the trash out. We definitely appreciate you keeping the chat clean, respectively. At least our version of clean, right? Meow. Dave, come on, man. It's sometimes the meow goes straight to the brain pain. You know what I'm saying? But no, we're just the cat's fun. It's a good get a cat. It really is a good way to focus all of your hate into something and just so you're happier for everybody else. I highly recommend it. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. We appreciate each and every one of you, subscribers, visitors, channel members, moderators. I definitely appreciate y'all being here. It's all of you that make this what it is. So thank you very much. And we'll be live again tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for our Bushcraft Brew Cruise Sunday morning socials. I have no idea what we're going to talk about. I never do. We never do, but it's always a good time. We always have fun. Great group of people. And there's definitely some Sunday regulars that come through there. Ground Fog, always a pleasure, man. Chaos Theory, everybody. Newhouse Lock and Key, thanks for being here, man. And we will see you guys on the next one. Everybody have an awesome night. Stay safe out there. Keep your head on a swivel, and we'll see you on the next one. Good night.